Hi, it's David from BeBetter High Performance Coaching. Last Friday, I was with a group of managers talking about self management, and in particular, time management was the subject that came up time and time again. And I'm doing this video because this morning I had a coaching session on time management with, again, a fairly senior leader who was really struggling to manage their time, ended up working late. We had this discussion about hybrid working and how all that's now meant is you just double up the work, go to work, and then when you come back from work, continue to work remotely. That's not the way it's supposed to be. And no surprise, stress levels are through the roof and quality of work decreasing rapidly. So, what do we do? There's no rocket science here. If we need to talk time management, the first rule of time management is to have some kind of structure, parameters, framework. Otherwise, how do you plan your time? So, if, for example, you work a 9 to 5, those are your parameters. You stick to a 9 to 5, and then you can start to manage your time within that. Keep pushing the boundaries by working before or after work. That doesn't help. You just keep chucking things on top. That doesn't help you, and it doesn't help other people trying to work with you. So, working out your working hours, if we're talking the working environment, is critical. And they need to be consistent as much as is possible. And they need to be adhered to. So we start at 9, we have lunch at 12:30, and we finish at 5. Then we can start managing our time in between that. And if tasks cannot be done within that time, they just have to roll over to tomorrow. That's tomorrow's task. And the sooner you start doing that, those people around you in your organization will see that's what's happening. And if necessary, customers will understand that too. You can't keep just cramming it in. It doesn't work for anybody. And there's essentially two ways you can do this. You can go cold turkey. Tomorrow, you just go, right, here's my hours, 9 to 5, for example, and you stick to it. Probably the most common way and probably the most effective way is to do it bit by bit, is to decide what your hours are, but then if you work late, for example, is rather than just sort of finishing at 5, is just finish, maybe 5 minutes earlier than you would have done. And if that's 5 to 6, then so be it. But then you keep reducing that on a day-to-day basis. Take little bite-sized chunks out of the hours that you are working to get back to the hours that you should be working. And that enables other people to kind of slowly sort of get used to this change. And before anyone knows it, you're working 9 to 5, and no one really notices the difference. Watch the stress levels reduce, and the quality of work increase. It's a discipline, and it's a habit, and it's the first rule of time management. If you have a problem with time management, if you're struggling to do all the work you need to do in the hours you've got, then why don't give us a shout? Remember, at BeBetter, we don't charge fees for coaching. You're free to make a donation of whatever you want, if you can. And if you can't, or if you don't want, you don't have to. What's important is the coaching. What's important is you start to address some of the things that are affecting you. So give us a shout, find out. We'd be very happy to chat.